James. Ja, James und Matt, das sind unsere Experten im WoW-Bereich. Den verlassen wir jetzt aber. Deshalb möchte ich bitte nochmal einen recht herzlichen Applaus für die beiden danken. Ja, ein Applaus bitte, Hannover. So ist das besser, James and Matt's Applaus. Ja, und wir kommen jetzt zu Counter-Strike 1.6. Ich hatte es angekündigt, wir haben gestern 5 Spiele gezeigt, 5 topklassige Spiele. Wir hatten Alternate dabei, wir hatten den Faculty dabei, wir hatten die Mäuse am Start, die hier gespielt hatten, wir hatten SK Gaming, wir hatten Fnatic, wir hatten MTWDK und. Die komplette Elite Europas hat sich hier oben auf der Bühne getroffen und gegeneinander gespielt. Und es hat am Ende für die Mäuse zumindest schon mal nicht gereicht. Denn Faculty ist in der Gruppe A nur Vierter geworden, ist damit für die Continental Finals Europe auf jeden Fall ausgeschieden, hat aber die Möglichkeit in einem Direktspiel gegen den Crack-Clan ist es, glaube ich, aus der Gruppe B, sich vielleicht noch zu retten, und zwar aufs Global Final, welches am Freitag hier beginnen wird. Das zeigen wir euch dann aber morgen. Heute jedoch geht es natürlich mit den Gewinnern der Gruppen weiter. Und da hätten wir zum einen die Direktgewinner in der Gruppe A und B, das ist einmal MTWDK und natürlich Team Alternate, und natürlich die Zweit- und Drittplatzierten, in dem Falle Fnatic aus der Gruppe A und SK Gaming aus der Gruppe B, der ist Drittplatzierter geworden. Und die beiden Clans werden hier oben gleich gegeneinander spielen. Wir haben gestern mit GetRight, einem der Spieler von Fnatic, hier oben auf der Bühne ein kleines Interview geführt, kann man so sagen. Und das möchten wir euch an dieser Stelle zeigen. Bleibt dran, bis gleich.
We're here with the new Fnatic guy, Christopher Alesund, known as GetRight. How are you enjoying Germany?
I think it's fine. It's great food, it's great environment, it's a great place to be in. Maybe a little too sound, yeah, something like that.
All right. So far you've played one game, one win, one loss, right?
Yeah, so 4 matches. We have won 3 matches and lost 1 versus MTV.
Okay, then I have not prepared myself properly for the interview, obviously. Tell me about those matches. How did they go for you?
The first match was against Blank, the Swedish team. We did begin with a lost pistol round on Nuke City and lost the first gun round and lost the second gun round. So it was like 6-0. And then we just keep on getting better, and then in the first half it was 9-6 to them as T on Nuke. Then we won like 10-2 maybe, and then the game was over, and it was 17-13 I think in the end. The second match was versus MTV at the stage. We lost really hard versus them. We started as City on Inferno, got only 3 rounds. I think we should have more rounds from there, and the second round was yeah, it was really bad. We lost like many situations that we should have won, and Gigalico on the B1 side, Forrest lagged out like the other matches or rounds, because we have like 3 guys have lagged out in a city, and Forrest lagged out in a very important deal round. And we lost like 20-10 or something like that. And then we would play versus the German team in Faculty. We started out with 5-0. No, with a 5-0 like underdogs. So it was 5-0 to them. And no, 4-0. And we won a Gigaleco or a USB/Colteco. They then saved a gun, and then we were just keep on winning. And it was 10-5 in the first half, and yeah, we won the second gun round, and then it was like, yeah, only tight, and we won like it's smooth, 18-12 I think. It was nothing special with it. And the last game was versus Millennium, the French team. 11-4 first half, nothing special. Other half, 14-1 to us. It was a little boring game, if you ask me, because I think they should be really good. I watched many matches versus them and Emulate, and I think they are better than Emulate, but I think Emulate is back.
Emulate is back. What about Fnatic? Is Fnatic back, or is it too early to say?
Maybe. We will see.
Maybe. As a new guy in Fnatic, you and Gux are the new guys. Usually in a team game, even the young guys should be in important moments should shout at the old guys, hey, what the hell are you doing? Start playing. Are you guys on that level already, or are you and Gux a little bit shy to shout at somebody like Forrest or Khan? How's that working?
No, me and Gux is a guy, a similar guy, because we want to scream all the time and we want to psych the other team, but they're too far away, so we can't really psych the other team. And it's too loud in here. We can't like hear them and they can't hear us. It's like, what the hell, why should we scream? They will not hear us anyway. And I think we see up on the old guys for the moment. Maybe. The other guys in the team. Karn and DSN and Forrest. But we have improved many tactics with me and Gux in intelligence, or how to say that. And I think it's going really, really good.
But is it easy for somebody new in a team like Fnatic, who was one of the, if not the world's best teams during the last 3 years, is it easy for somebody new to come in and start shouting at Khan or somebody like Forrest when he's doing something wrong?
Well, I think we are doing the more mistakes for the moment, because we're too new. We have practiced 1 week at home, in my home, to say like that, and we're trying to fix every problem we got, but we need to try or focus more on start good, then lose the pistol round and the first gun run. We're like the old team, I think, because they probably lose the first gun round and that, but then we're going back and showing that the real Fnatic again. But I think that is our most problem in the team.
Is there anything that surprised you about being in Fnatic? Maybe what the teammates are like, or what the playstyle's like?
I think they are more like open to us. That's what I have seen. They got great skill. Karn mastermind, like he have all said before, and Forrest shooting headshot all the time, and DSM with AVP, and me and Gux the new fraggers. So it's more like we have seen how open they are to new players than other teams like SK or something like that. If you haven't known them before, they're really open for everyone.
All right, good luck to you in the rest of the tournament, and hopefully maybe after the final we can talk again.
Yeah. Thank you, Cormac.
Tack.
Wir sind zurück und ich habe mich einfach mal hier ins Publikum begeben, damit man auch einmal so einen Eindruck erhält, was hier so los ist. Ihr seht es hinter mir, da sind einige Leute und wir kommen zum Counter-Strike 1.6 Match zwischen Fnatic und natürlich auch SK Gaming. Der junge Herr hier neben mir spricht Englisch. Where are you from?
I'm from Sweden.
Sweden, also relativ weite Anreise. Why did you come to the CeBIT?
What did you say? When or where?
No, why?
Why? Oh, we played yesterday in the Extreme Masters.
Okay, for which team?
Blank.
Alright, also er spielt bei Blank, sitzt jetzt hier als Zuschauer, guckt sich das Ganze an und wir haben, wie gesagt, jetzt die beiden Teams, Fnatic und natürlich auch SK Gaming. What do you think, which team will win? SK or Fnatic?
I think SK will win this. I think they will have more routine and they are more prepared for this.
Alright, also er setzt SK vorne, oder sieht SK vorne. Fnatic hat kurz vor dem Turnier nochmal 2 Spieler gewechselt. 2 Jahre lang ist Fnatic jetzt eigentlich schon on top. Spielen oben mit, sind immer vorne mit dabei. Ob sich der Spielerwechsel bezahlt macht, werden wir sehen. Gestern hat es nur zu Platz 2 gereicht, hinter MTW DK, aber das war eigentlich fast klar, weil MTW DK ist einfach im Moment wahrscheinlich das weltbeste Team in Counter-Strike. Sie haben allerdings auch Intel Extreme Masters Montreal den Stop gewinnen können, Fnatic. Und das war eigentlich aber auch so der einzige Titel, den sie in den letzten Monaten wirklich holen können. Auf der anderen Seite haben sie SK Gaming, die haben den Intel Extreme Masters Los Angeles Stop gewinnen können, haben Spawn ausgetauscht, dafür spielt Zed jetzt im Line-Up und ist natürlich auch in der Szene ein relativ bekannter Name. SK Gaming ist natürlich die Urschmiede des Counter-Strikes, kann man schon fast sagen. Hatte sogar mal ein deutsches Squad, relativ erfolgreich. Mittlerweile die Schweden, das Nonplusultra im Bereich Counter-Strike. Und die beiden Experten, die ich dafür habe, sind niemand geringeren als Jojo Miller und Stuart Tospotsor. Und an die beiden gebe ich ab.
Thank you, Daniel. But actually, Tosspot is not here anymore. Instead, we've got a legend with us, someone who probably, if you know anything about Counter-Strike, you know who this man is. We've got, of course, Spawn. Spawn, what are you thinking about this match coming up?
Tough game. I think both teams know each other really good. Everything can happen. It's 50-50, I think.
Let's talk about you for a second here. How's the tournament gone for you? Obviously, you were playing with Blank, and you didn't qualify through the group stage.
It was all, fun and games with just a mix. We didn't expect much, but it was fun.
Okay, so let's get these two teams onto the stage because I know they're both baying for each other's blood maybe in this one. Of course, this is actually a relegation game with second versus third place. The team that wins this one will go through into the winner bracket of the tournament, and we'll start out with getting Fnatic on stage. So, first man up on the stage will again be an old face in this Fnatic team, of course, Harley Orwell. DSN. He's been in there for so long, it seems. Of course, the AWP player from Fnatic, 22 years old. And then second man up on the stage will be the new boy, or one of the two new boys, of course, Gux, former Blank player. Came into this tournament with Fnatic, 19 years old, and he'll be looking to prove what he can do in this one. Then we have Khan, the main man really of the team, the strat caller. Thumbs up as usual from Khan, and looking like he's in a better mood today, and hopefully that'll show on Fnatic's performance. Then we have Get Right. You've just seen an interview with him, with Carmack, the second new addition to this Fnatic side, 18 years old, and will be going up against his old team here in SK. And then of course we have Forrest, chilled as ever, walking up onto the stage, and he's a big fragger for Fnatic. We'll see how he does in this one. So what do you think to that Fnatic lineup, Spawn? Formidable?
They're pretty new, so they got really good players. Gux and Get Right are really good. Pretty much underrated, I think. People don't know them as Forrest and Khan and them, but I think they can play really, really good if they had a good day.
Okay, then let's see their challenges for this one. It will, of course, be SK Gaming. First up on stage will be former NIP player and an old teammate of Spawn as well, is, of course, Robin. Probably see him in action today. Yesterday was completely on fire in the games that we saw. 24 years old, then a former Fnatic player, and one of the rocks, really, of this SK side, can seemingly do any job and pull out of any situation, is, of course, Tentpole. Then we have Wally. We'll probably have a word with him just before the game coming up here with Tosspot and Khan. He's, of course, 22 years old, been in that SK side for a good while. Then we have Alan, 20 years old, and again, huge fragger for SK, can play some really unpredictable positions and can catch a lot of teams out. Then it is the new man on this SK lineup. It is, of course, former CGS player, came back to 1.6 to many people's delight, is, of course, Zet. So, Spawn, let's talk a little bit about SK. What do you think to their lineup these days?
I think the boot camp is for, I think, 2 weeks now. They are really prepared. I think it's going to be a really good match. As I said before, it's really 50-50. I don't know what to say. Hopefully. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm really interested to see this one. Obviously, Fnatic yesterday lost just one game. MTW cruised through the group stages with them. That's the only game that Fnatic actually lost. And I think they kind of have a bit of pressure on them today. Obviously, yesterday was a good day for them, but they come up now against SK, who scraped through the group stages. And it's going to be it's going to be a Fnatic against SK. It's always great.
Of course, they got pressure on them. They've been like the world best in 2 years, Fnatic.
Yeah.
And now they got 2 new players, they got too much pressure, and if they manage to put that pressure away, they can do a really good damage to SK.
Okay, let's see what the players say. We're going to go to a quick advertisement. When we come back, Tosspot will be sat down with Wally from SK and Khan from Fnatic. Don't go anywhere.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the interview lounge. And I'm joined here by Khan and Wally ahead of the big match. It's SK Fnatic. Khan, to start with you. Yesterday, we caught you against MTW. It perhaps wasn't the best match for you, but afterwards, you picked up some big results. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel pretty confident we can go out in, even that we lost to MTW on Infirm, we can do a better match now. We learned some important lessons, and I think we have a bit more of a knowledge how SK play than we have on MTW, but yeah, it's a 50-50 match, I say.
Would it be a fair assumption to say that Fnatic are only going to get stronger as your two new players bed in?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we are two brand new players, which means we don't have any match experience at all. So yesterday was pretty useful for us to get into our game and maybe more confident today, I guess.
Now, you know a lot about SK. What did you think yesterday in the fact that they had to go into one match to save themselves at the end of the day? Were you surprised by that situation?
Well, the situation for them were not too bad. I mean, Group B was much harder than our Group A. So, I think they're through as we are, and they look strong in the playoff as well.
Do you prepare any differently for a game against SK than you do against any other opponent?
Of course.
How do you change that?
I wouldn't tell that here, right?
Well, I'm sure these guys will look for that secret weapon that you've got for SK. Wally, I was talking to you earlier, you've got a smile on your face today. Yesterday you looked so unhappy. Now it's a new day and a new smile.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's the fact that Abd is commentating and we're feeling pretty good, and I don't know, it's a new day and I got a good night's sleep.
Talk to us about that last match yesterday, that you were able to progress. How grateful are you that you were able to get out of day one without any problems?
Well, we did have a lot of problems and a lot of thoughts about where we were going to end up in the group stage, but we were really happy at the end of the day when we found out that we placed third instead of fourth or even worse. So we were really relieved and happy, and hopefully it'll be good for us.
What about last night? Were you able to make any changes or try and patch up any problems that you felt you had?
Well, not really. I mean, we don't have any computers to sit by or anything. We've just been talking in general what we would like to do and small stuff we wanted to change.
Now, we've got Spawn up on the commentary booth. What does he bring to a team? You've obviously played with him for a long time. If you could bring him in, what would be the number one thing he'd give you?
Well, when he was playing with us, the thing he always brings to the table is his skill. He can always out-aim anyone, so I'd say that's a pretty good thing to have on the team.
Now, Khan's got something special lined up for you. Have you got anything different lined up for Fnatic, or is it just the map decides rather than the opponent?
Well, it's going to be different because we know each other so well, and it's the same story over and over every time we play each other, so both teams are going to try to read the other opponent and change small stuff, and it's all in the head.
All in the head. Well, guys, all the best in the match. Now back to Joe and Spawn.
Thank you very much, Tosspot. So, Spawn, we've heard from both of these players. Let's hear your predictions. Who's going to win this game?
Of course, I'm a former SK, so I think SK. They've been boot camping, as I said before, for a long time. They seem pretty confident. So I say SK.
Yeah. What do you think Fnatic really have to do in this game to beat SK? Because they are a new lineup. They're not as good at the moment as they will be in 2 months, say.
I think put the pressure away and just play their game.
Yeah, you think there's a lot mounting up on the shoulders, as we said. They've been
the
world's best team maybe for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. If they put that away, SK will have big trouble.
What do you think about the map? It looks like we're going to be going up on Inferno, first of all. Who do you think that suits the best?
Pretty much, I think both. I think both are really good at Inferno. So it depends on how good they improvise the game while they're playing and stuff like that.
How much do you think the lineup changes will affect Fnatic? Obviously, they've got two almost brand new players in that team. Obviously, they played with Get Right a little bit longer than they played with Gux. But do you think it may have been better to change the lineup after this event?
No, I think they did right. And if they lose this event, it's just one event. And they can come back pretty much stronger next events. It takes time. And Fnatic can really impress this year.
I agree. So we're going to get straight into the 9th round. Of course, this will decide which side either team will start on and spawn for you. You've played Inferno, well, a billion times maybe over the course of your career. What side is the best and why?
Of course, the CT side is easier.
So let's get straight into the 9th and see who will pick this one up early on. As I said, most likely take that CT side. It will be Alan to pick up the first one. It's kill for kill here at the moment. Gux, Forest and Khan will open things up. Khan to finish it off as well. And well, Fnatic do take that and they decide to stay on the terrorist side. Now, interesting choice for you?
So, yeah. If Fnatic take the pistol round and the 3rd round, SK will have trouble. So I think
so let's,
we will see.
Yeah, we're going to get the restarts in now, and we're going to get this one right underway. Of course, it is SK versus Fnatic. If you don't know the situation surrounding this game, it is basically a relegation. 2nd place from Group A against 3rd place from Group B. And what happens now is these two teams will play off, and they will go then, the winner at least, will go into the upper bracket of this tournament where they will play the German side, Alternate Attacks, who really surprised a lot of people yesterday. So we are actually live now. As we said, Fnatic starting out here on the terrorist side. Just a quick rundown of the teams in case you're just joining us. Of course, for Fnatic is DSN, Get Right, Gux, Khan and Forest. And for SK, we have Alan, Robin, Zet, Wallet and Tentpole. So Fnatic, at the start of this pistol round, are taking things a little bit differently to what we usually see. Taking things slow.
This is the real Fnatic style. They take it easy. Don't hesitate.
Now actually Forest picking up the first frag there, and well, maybe Zet going a little bit too aggressive.
Now we will see if Tentpole can bring them down.
Tentpole is in that banana site as usual, but this time Forest will start the double at the start, and that's an interesting start here for Fnatic. They will get in there, get that bomb down, and now Fnatic, SK in a 3-on-5 situation, have to work their way back in. It will be Wally to drop to Forest, who claims his hat-trick as well in this pistol round. It's looking good here for Fnatic on that T side at the start. Robin will come in from banana side. Fnatic haven't noticed him there, or certainly have now after that kill. He will pick up his 2nd, but Khan was covering from the side, and that's job done for Fnatic.
Really nice job by Forest, of course, picking out the first one in at B.
How do you recover from that situation, losing 2 men early on, and obviously on pistol, it's even harder, right?
Yeah, much harder. I thought Tentpole would bring someone down. That would make Robin and Allen easier to pick them out.
So, of course, Fnatic now have the weapons. SK will be ecoing for the next 2 rounds. So that will leave Fnatic, unless something goes horribly wrong for them, in a 3-0 lead. Again, they're taking things slow. They don't want to throw any rounds away, even though they have got superior weaponry. They're not going to go rushing in there. They're not going to make any hasty decisions. They will play as though SK are fully loaded here.
SK are 4 in B1 and Tentpole alone in B2. We will see what happens. And Fnatic goes into, I think they're rotating to B1. So this can be really interesting.
Fnatic now slowly crawling their way and will make an opening here. So they creep around that middle area. Smokes will be popped down by CT Arch.
This can be really interesting. Allen and Valle are over and under. As you can see, Fnatic is trying to rotate at their place.
Allen, Wallen, and Zet were there, and actually Get Right will take down Zet. Get Right did push through CT Arch there, picked up his 2nd onto Robin. That will open things up early on here for Fnatic. Wally has replied, Tentpole with his 2nd as well, so Fnatic maybe having a bit of trouble getting into that site, but we'll get the bomb down here with Forest, and the last man standing is Tentpole, of course, former Fnatic player, not able to do it against the AK of Khan, and that will be 2-0, but a good try nonetheless.
As expected, Fnatic won that round.
They can offer anything in this 3rd. Obviously, no real pressure on them right now. They know after losing pistol, they can't afford to buy the weapons. Well, they just hope for the best on these eco rounds to pick up the kills. Actually have 4-man stack over in Banana from SK. Fnatic, as usual, will just set up their positions, spamming away into the apartments. Khan watching over the middle, doing the same as well there. Guts is up, looking over towards the ground to always get right in there as well. So Fnatic not making, you know, any hasty decisions here.
Exactly.
Flashes coming out down middle. We are going to see somewhat of a push. Actually, Zet spots one on Banana, finds out a couple of shots, but obviously not doing too much damage there to Fnatic. HE did come around. Fnatic now are going to edge their way forward.
3 SK guys on bomb side too.
Khan up Banana. He will take down Zet, and that might be where Fnatic decide to go.
I think they're going B1.
They are headed in towards that netted site. Nades are going to go over here from DSN. Flashes going in as well. Fnatic are going to hit that site.
Robin is alone against 3 person here. I think he's pretty much dead.
Robin will actually back away here from the library. Go back around towards middle. Fnatic are in on the site. They've got it on lockdown. As this bomb is planted, SK have a huge task on their hands. They are 4 against the 5 of Fnatic, of course, with just USPs. Realistically, won't really be able to do anything at this point. Actually, Robin is going to set himself up here by CT Arch, and they're going to wait for Fnatic to come running out of this bomb site when it explodes and try to pick up some weapons on their way out, but realistically, it's still going to be a hard task. This bomb ticking away will explode in just a few seconds. Robin's still waiting around the middle. He's not spotted anyone from Fnatic. Looking down towards middle. Forrest and Gux both going to work. Robin does get one frag in the end there, just before the bomb went off.
Pretty okay echo for SK.
Now, obviously, it becomes more interesting. This is the first real gun round that we're going to see. How important is this for SK?
This is really important to get in the game. If Fnatic wins this one, SK will have a hard time.
How it goes, you can expect the pace of the game to calm down just a little. Alan will smoke and HE down that middle area. Temple, as usual, taking up his Banana bomb site defense. Site we've seen him defend magnificently throughout the whole year, really. Very, very solid holding player. That's Borny as Forrest at the moment. Having a look up Banana, he's not seen anyone there. Temple will still be at the end. I'm guessing that'll be Zet.
I think Fnatic is rotating to B2, and there's Zet.
Zet managed to come out.
They're going B2 now. Let's see what Vale can do to them.
Got the smokes down to cover from CT Spawn. The bomb's on its way into the Banana site, and Fnatic should get that plant down. Let's move around to SK, see what they can do. Robin has picked off DSN. Wally coming around the back as well. Gux is out of it, and it's now a 2 versus 3. The advantage is with SK, but they have to get in there quick and defuse that bomb. Wally actually spotting a red shirt as he goes around, takes down Khan. Get right in the back, it's all and get right now. 1 versus 1, and Robin will come out on top. And that's a valuable round. The first gun round will go to SK and make it 3-1.
Really nice by Vale and Robin there. Pretty much saved the round for SK.
Talk us through what Fnatic have to do now. Obviously, they won those first 3 rounds. They lost this second one. How do they bounce back?
I don't know if they got echo. I don't think they got echo right now. Have they bought?
They bought. I think there were AKs in there, so yeah. It's a buy.
You know, T side is really hard. If you get like, 5 rounds is enough as T side, because CT side is so much easier, and they already got 3 rounds. So they started out really, really good right now.
Let's see what Fnatic can do here. Wallet will take down the second of the round. Get right is out of it. Robin's also watching around through middle. He's just seen a grenade come flying past there. And a second one. That could indicate that Fnatic maybe deciding to move around. Actually, DSN is already in on the bomb site. He's in big pit. Robin will go face to face. He will get the frag and actually turns around there, looking back towards the middle, and Fnatic hitting a brick wall. Gux will fall to Robin as well. Finally, Robin's taken out of it, but Wally was there to cover. And well, it was all down to Khan in the end. He couldn't pull it out, and SK bring it back to a 3 versus 2. And Fnatic, of course, will now be penniless.
DSM were pretty fast there.
Yeah.
Did he came from the hallway?
Yeah, he came through carpeted hallways onto balcony, straight down, and
Okay.
Robin was actually forward looking through into middle, and I think that's what caught him unaware.
That was fast. I didn't even see that.
Again, it was Robin that, well, yesterday we praised him, myself and Tosspot, for how he held out in that netted site. And
Now
certainly did
Fnatic
the
lead
same today.
Echo.
Yeah, Fnatic have no money, of course. They've lost those 2 rounds in a row after the pistol and the 2 afterwards. Well, now look for something. Kills would be nice for them. Robin will pick off the first one. Fnatic charge him down here with the Glocks. Robin switches out to USP, gets himself 2 more. Alan comes back around for cover and can't, well, managed to take down Robin in middle, but Wally was there and SK covering each other perfectly in that situation. Will bring the score all level. 3 rounds to 3. As we said, this game is for a space in that winner bracket final. The winner will go up. Sorry, winner bracket round 1, not winner bracket final. Against Alternate Attacks, the team that have surprised really everyone coming into this tournament. They, of course, topped their group and went straight through, along with MTW, into that winner bracket.
I think what Fnatic's need is to play more aggressive. They got really good aimers, and they should use that by playing really fast and don't play much slow tactics as they used to before.
Yeah, do you think adding, for instance, Get Right in for Int, which was the initial kind of transfer, do you think that instantly meant that Fnatic had to play a bit more aggressive?
Yeah, they brought more aim to the table, or I should say it.
Will be actually Get Right that does get the first frag for SK, so that's a good start for them. Sorry, for Fnatic. It was Wally that went down. Cooks is covering carpeted hallways, and Fnatic still have 2 men waiting around middle, so it looks like they will go for that netted site. Split up through the hallways. Actually, no, they are going to back away. So Get Right is actually down to 12 HP, so he lost a lot during that initial fight.
They are rotating now to B2. Let's see what Temple can do to them. Or no.
Yeah, it's a dual back from Fnatic. They go in, cause a bit of noise in Banana. Alan will be waiting around middle. He's picked up 2 already. Forest will bring it back for Fnatic, but that could be a heavy, well, could have been a heavy deficit as Forest trademark style comes back with 2 frags of his own. Then
Really
Zek
nice
goes down. Bomb plant will come in from Get Right, and now it's all up to Temple, of course, former Fnatic player himself. Can he save this round for SK, or will Fnatic go back into the lead on the terrorist side? It's 1 versus 3. It's an uphill struggle for Temple. It's going to be a hard situation to come out on top of. He's not going to go for it.
2 men, not enough time for Temple.
Bomb
Really nice
away
by Forest there.
Yeah, I mean, Forest really kind of recovered that round from Fnatic. They lost 2 to Alan in the middle. Forest came back with a hat-trick, and, well, he won that round for Fnatic.
He basically won that round by himself, pretty much.
That is why Forest is so valuable to this Fnatic lineup. When they seem to be in trouble, he can be the man to pull them out. What do you think? How do you think Forest compares to Get Right in terms of play style and aim?
Seriously, they are pretty much similar. Exactly the same. Aggressive, really nice aimers.
Now Fnatic follow up on that 7th round victory. They score 4 rounds to 3. Fnatic again taking things very, very slow. Of course, SK on CT side of Inferno, we've seen it a lot from them, particularly Alan and Zet. I remember rounds with Alan smoking down middle and pushing right down there. Often catches teams out. What do you think, I mean, when a team's playing slow like Fnatic is now, do you think it needs occasionally one man to kind of push out there and cause a bit of trouble and maybe strike some fear into them for the rounds coming up?
As I said before, Fnatic has better aimers than SK, so I don't think they should play slow against SK. Work with their aim, not throw too many flashes, just go and aim.
Work for Forest in the last round, of course, with that hat-trick. Let's see if they can pull anything from this one. Forest again will actually claim his second kill of the round, and that's over by Banana. Zed and Tenpole both down, and of course they are the two normal Banana defenders, which mean that bomb can be planted over there. And SK, well,
it's just like that, I meant. You know, don't throw too many flashes. Fnatic are really nice aimers, just go and aim.
At the moment, looking at the scoreboard, Tenpole and Zed are the two men that are at the bottom with one frag apiece. How much does it kind of affect the game when two people that are defending one bomb site are constantly being shut down and almost not doing their job?
It affects the team pretty much.
Alan actually being chased down at the end by Khan before he kills himself. So we'll lose his weapon with the score 5-3. As we said earlier on, 5 rounds on T side, you'd be happy with that.
Exactly. And now they have so many rounds to take now. If they get more than 5 rounds, I think Fnatic can win this game.
We have 7 rounds.
Side is so much easier.
Yeah, we have 7 rounds to go on the on this first half still, so there's still plenty of time for either SK to come back into this or Fnatic to extend their lead. And actually, this is going to be an eco from SK, so you would be expecting Fnatic to go 6-3 up. Again, they take it slow. DSN boosted up inside of the apartments. It's going to go down now into carpeted hallways. Let's see if anyone, actually Alan was there.
I think if SK want to come back to the game, I think Sandpole and Tedpole needs to wake up. Those two are really important to the team. Really mad fraggers.
Not doing the job at the moment over on that Banana site, and that's certainly a hole that Fnatic will look to kind of exploit in the future rounds, no doubt. Zet will pick off Khan though, and that could prove to be a valuable frag this round for SK. Wally will pick out DSN as well, that up saved from the last round, and that's another crucial one. It's 5-on-3. This round could go to SK, even with it being predominantly eco, aside from that AWP that Wally saved.
Fnatic now 3 against 5 SK players, and let's see what Vale can do with the AVP. This can be interesting.
Yeah, that AWP taken down there. Forrest will pick off one, and the second one, he picked off both the AWP of Wally, then Robin, and again, it's Forrest that changes this round on its head. Zet, of course, has himself an AK, Get Right, turns around to watch out for Temple, and it comes down to a 1 versus 1. Zet versus Get Right. Let's see who comes out and wins the round for the team, and it will be Get Right. And he's down to 55 health points, but again, it's, you know, that's
pretty
kind
close
of
there.
aim style that wins it for Fnatic.
You know, that's what Forrest is good for. Those kind of situations.
That is why Get Right is in the team. Looking at the frags right now, it is Forrest and Get Right that are leading things. 15-6 for Forrest, 14-5 for Get Right. And the score, of course, is 6-3 for Fnatic. So rounds they put on the board here now are, of course, bonuses. Tenpole again will fall on Banana. Forrest relentless in his aim today. He's certainly found some form. We'll look to continue that. Smoke comes down to cover the Banana archway, and that will, of course, slow Fnatic down. They're not going to run blindly through that smoke. Forrest will try to cause some damage over by the Banana side. Robin flashed out inside of carpeted hallways. He's got Alan there for backup, so probably won't face too much of a problem.
Wale has B2 instead of Tenpole right now. Let's see what he can do at B2.
I think they certainly...
they're rotating to B2 right now.
They need something in that area because at the moment, Tenpole certainly isn't.
B2. Let's see what Vale can do now.
Fnatic crawling their way up towards Wally, who is inside of that site. He's just managed to get the dink out onto the head of one of those Fnatic players. He will put the flashes down, and he's forced the rotation here from Fnatic. And, well, that's exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, exactly what he did before.
But again, Forrest will just return it. And Forrest absolutely on fire today. He's already at 17. Khan and Get Right going down. Gux will come around. DSN has picked off Robin, who got himself a double, and that was an important one for SK. It's down to a 2 versus 3. 2 remaining players, of course, Zet and Wally. And they will split up here as they try to retake this netted side. Wally spots ahead of DSN. He's taken down. Can Zet come around for 1 versus 3? DSN firing into him, and, well, Zet decides this is probably not worth it, and he's going to run away.
It's not looking good for SK. I think Budak needs to scream more at them.
He's not listening.
No, it's not.
How much of a role do you think Budak plays for the SK side? As far as when they're actually in the game, of course he's a manager and he manages them, but as far as when they're actually playing?
He plays a big part. He's a good friend of them. You know, hanging out with him is fun also, and when they're playing, he's like screaming and, you know, yelling at them. It works, sometimes.
Well,
and right now, I think you need to scream at them.
Yeah, I think they could probably need that. They are 7-3 down on that CT side. We've got 5 rounds to go. Well, SK need to pull something out of the bag here to get back into the game and not let Fnatic get further into the lead.
Fnatic has 7. It's like more than enough.
At what point would you say that, you know, technically speaking, it's
over?
Yeah, it's over.
No, it's hard to say.
Of course, you can't ever say that, even if it's 15-0.
Exactly.
But, you know, what is a very hard score to come back from?
15-0. That's a pretty.
That's pretty tough. 14-1's pretty hard as well.
But it's not impossible. Almost impossible, but.
When was the last time you were 15-0 down spawn?
Oh, it was back in 2003, I think.
I bet you came back, right?
Yeah.
So, Fnatic looking to build on the lead. 7-3 up, flashes into the big pit from DSN. They have one more man rushing out onto balcony. Tempo will be watching. Khan, DSN and Gux all going to work. This is an eco, of course, for SK, so you can't read too much into the way they're being destroyed. And actually, Zet, who saved his weapon in the last round, is the only man left standing. He was the only one over on Banana.
And this round goes to Fnatic as expected, because SK had a echo.
Will be picked off, and that's valuable again. More money taken out of the game. Of course, Zet will now have to
SK needs to step up now if they want to have a chance to win.
8 rounds to 3, and well, SK, you know, at the start, Fnatic won pistol, took the next 2, but the first gun round was won by SK, and that's the round where they really needed to start building on things and push into a big lead so they could feel a bit more comfortable. But actually, Fnatic bounced straight back from losing that gun round.
Yeah.
And their confidence seems really high. And yesterday, when we saw them losing to MTW by quite a big margin, they just seemed, you know, like they had nothing. There was no spirit there. They just seemed really down. And today, I think they've kind of cheered up a lot more.
Yeah, more, you know, many teams are like that. If they had a good start, they would play really good the whole match. So I think that's what Fnatic is doing right now. They're starting off good, and I think.
Slow and patient round again from Fnatic. We've still got 1 minute 10 to go, so no rush on their point. But they've actually got 2
Let's
men.
see if Tentpole can wake up now and try to bring them down to B2.
For SK. If Tentpole doesn't wake up, they could be in trouble. And actually, the nades went in there. Fnatic didn't push with them, but now they will. Flashes and HE's going in, and actually, they're not going to push in. Flashes going over the top, and they're trying to make SK wonder here what's going on. Forest will continue to spray through the walls. Tentpole is still on that bomb site. He's got one man joining him. Fnatic are now going to commit to that bomb site. Zet will open up. Gux goes down. Can he get a second one? He can. But obviously, Tentpole has gone down in that situation as well. Zet also fell at the back of the site, and Fnatic will be able to get a bomb planted and then force SK to come back, rotate into that site and try and retake it. They've set up with one man, DSN, looking down towards Banana.
3 on 3 now.
How hard is it to come back into a bomb site like this that's locked down?
Pretty much not easy. It's really hard, and let's see what SK can do right now.
Will be Khan and get right to open things up. Wally was the last man standing. DSN takes him out as it comes around, and well, Fnatic, how do you think that strategy went for them? Because they twice threw HE's flashes and smokes in there. They went on the 3rd push.
Yeah.
You think that was effective from that point of view?
Yeah, I think so, because I thought, because Tentpole thought maybe they would do the same as before and just fake B2 and just fall back to B1. And now they didn't. And that maybe.
Well, Zet did manage to get himself a couple of frags, but Tentpole is still sat down on 2 kills for 9 deaths. And for the amount of times that Forest has killed Tentpole, certainly not enough. Forest is still leading the way. Robin, at the moment, is 15 and 10, and he's the one that seems to be really pulling out the shots for SK. And we saw that yesterday, even in the games that they lost here on stage, that Robin really was on form.
Robin has really stepped up. And he's really pretty much underrated guy. And he's always been this good, but nobody have noticed him.
Yeah.
Not too many.
Do you think that's a part of playing with a team kind of full of superstars that you don't always get noticed?
Exactly.
Does that help or hinder? Because then you have no pressure that you've got, 10,000 threads about you, like you have, for instance.
I think that helps him a bit.
So Fnatic then will work their way into this site. Tentpole finally wakes up and he will take down Forest, and Fnatic, maybe a little bit scared by that, decides to back away. At least here for a second. Zet's grenade rolls into the feet of DSN. Gux will push around as well. And Fnatic will now back away again, with Khan leading the charge up towards the middle and in towards this netted site. It's a 5-on-3.
I think SK is getting their 4th round now. Doesn't look good for Fnatic. Gux left.
That way.
The new player for Fnatic. He's really underrated also. Really good player.
As far as the kind of strategies have gone in this game, how do you think SK have played it? Do you think they're sensible or just kind of standard?
Oh, actually, I think SK have working on the CT side pretty much, and they should play better than this. But as I said, CS is pretty much random and everything can go either way.
What do you think about strat calls? This is a kind of question that came up earlier. Between Khan and Wally, what do you think the main differences are between those two as strat callers?
It's not so many differences, seriously, because they're almost exactly the same. Everybody thinks the same, all the in-game leaders. But Khan and Wally are really, really good in-game leaders.
Robin will open things up for SK in this one. They look to kind of recover this half, because it's not gone great for them. They're 9 rounds to 4 behind. We've got 2 rounds to go. 1 more after this. And SK could really do with picking both of them up to go 9-6 in at the half. Fnatic once again will crawl their way.
5 against 4 for SK. Let's see. Are they rotating to B2?
Smokes are all down now in the archway to cover from CT spawn again. Fnatic don't push straight away in with them. And of course, SK throw out those counter flashes as well. Fnatic back away, more nades going in to the left and the right. Flash is going to go through. Surely this is going to be the push then from Fnatic. Gux will go in first. He's picked off by Tentpole, but there is Forest to back him up. Wally also will come in for support from SK. Zet fell quickly to Forest down the back. And well, this bomb should get planted here at the back of the B site. Forest going for the shots again down in towards that CT spawn. Alan, Wally and Robin, the 3 remaining players from SK. It's a 3-on-2. They have the man advantage going into this situation, but Forest will take down Alan before he knew what had hit him. Now it's all on to Get Right. He's got 33 health points. He's behind the back box. He will try and hold on to this. Go spraying around. Wally will take him down. He's going to go in for the defuse. Actually, Robin will take the defuse.
Really nice by Valle.
Do you think that was a good position for Get Right to be playing in that situation?
To hide like that?
Yeah.
I don't think he was hiding. I think he was flashed.
Yeah.
Because we don't see that.
I think that was a bit of a struggle for Get Right. 1 versus 2. Done the damage before. You can see Get Right there on your screens as well. The score is 9-5. We hit the last round of this first half. Let's see who will pick up that final one. 10-5 for Fnatic. Well, would be very nice for them. It can bring it back to 9-6. I mean, how much of a kind of a difference? I know it sounds like maybe a stupid question. Is it between 10-5 now for SK and 9-6?
On Inferno, it is a difference. because it's so hard to play T side.
There goes DSN with the opening entry kill onto Allen. He quickly falls to Robin though, and that will slow Fnatic's push down a little. Drop the smokes down towards that CT flash, CT arch, should I say.
4 on 4 now.
There goes Forest again. And again,
Forest is playing really, really good for Fnatic right now.
Certainly back on form. I guess towards the end of last year, he wasn't quite on it. In the games that we saw him, particularly in Dubai and places like that. But now this new year seems to kind of brought something new to his game. Maybe it's the lineup changes that have kind of refreshed him a little.
I think it's, you know, you get really hyped up when you play against SK. When I've been playing with SK, he always played really good. So I think he likes to play against them.
Certainly looks that way. So again, he picks up the frag onto Wally. The bomb is planted here for Fnatic. It's a 2-on-4. Surely this round is going the way of Fnatic as well. And they'll go 10-5 in at the half. Tentpole and, of course, Zet are the two men to come back around. The Banana defenders having to rotate the whole map.
We'll pick them, I think, right now.
It's going to be a difficult situation. Tentpole will take down Get Right, though. They continue to move in. Gux picks off 1 and 2, and he finishes it off. Good halves called, and it will be 10-5 to Fnatic at the half as they switch onto that easier CT side. What do SK have to do?
This is a really, really hard time for SK to get 11 for win, as T side is really hard. So I think Tentpole and Seth needs to wake up and
what do you think really won that half for Fnatic? What was it that made them better than SK there?
I think they played, as I said before, they played with skill. Yeah. They started out slow and put Forest or Get Right first and pick them out.
Do you think that's what the special thing that Khan was talking about before the game?
I think so.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be working out for them very, very well. Of course, they are 10-5 in the lead, and now SK will have to come all the way back. And to find out exactly how SK are feeling here at halftime, Totspot is up on stage with Wally.
Thank you very much, Joe. Great first half. Wally, 10-5. At the end of the half, you picked up those last two of the last rounds. Did that really give you a chance now in the second half?
Yeah, sure. The 2 rounds can mean a lot if we get going and get the economy on our side. So,
you said yesterday a good start can become a great start. Okay, how about a good second half start becoming a catalyst to win the game? Is that what it's all about this pistol round?
Oh yeah, of course it is. We're hoping for the gun run so we can get rolling and play on the economic system. Just force them to echoing, but still have the gun run to go. So.
Both yesterday and today, Robin appears to be on the top of his game. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's playing well.
How much would it mean for you to turn this one around and eliminate Fnatic?
That would mean a lot to us, for sure.
Well, I wish you all the best. Let's look forward to another great second half. Joe.
Thank you very much, Tosspot. So we get back into this one, Spawn, and as Wally said there, it mean a lot to SK. I guess not just to defeat Fnatic, but actually to go through into the next round of the tournament.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for SK, but I think if Vale choose the right tactics against them, they can get back to the game, but it's going to be real difficult.
Certainly SK have their backs against the wall now and really may struggle to get back in this one. As we said, 10-5 is that scoreline. Well, if SK manage to pick up the pistol and the first gun round, all of a sudden it comes back to 10-9.
They really need to pick the pistol round and the third round to go back to the game. Because if they lose both, they're pretty much done.
Well, let's see how that pistol round goes. We are live again. Quick rundown of the teams, just in case you're just joining us and aren't familiar with SK or Fnatic. For SK, now on Terrorist side and 10-5 down is Alan, Robin, Zet, Wally and Tentpole. And for Fnatic is DSN, Get Right, Gux, Khan and Forest. So, Fnatic's pistol round starting off with what you could call an aggressive push. I don't want to give too much away. I'm not sure if the players can actually hear us on stage, but still, I don't want them to. Forest will actually pick off the first head, and it will be that of Wally. Temple brings it back as Guts goes down. Here come Fnatic once again, and it will be Forest to pick up his second. Great job again in his second half start from Forest. Robin has brought it back to a 3-on-3 though, and that could open things up for SK. They're in on this netted site now, and they have to get the bomb down.
They have to be one. They're planting the bomb right now. Let's see what Seth and Allen can do now.
There is the bomb down. Allen spots one outside of middle.
3 against 3.
Fnatic have to work their way around. Forest is one of the men that is coming into this site very quickly. Zet picks off Khan. Forest looking between two players, trying to find these headshots. He's now the last man standing. He finds one. Can he get any more? He's actually out of ammo. Will have to get in there, pick up another pistol. Or at least get the reload, and he goes in for the defuse. His players have moved away. He takes down Robin. There is one more remaining. Can he get the frag? Forest gets the kill, but he's not going to be able to get the defuse. And, well, Forest with an ace on the pistol round just couldn't get the defuse, which is unfortunate, because that would have been just perfect and just proved how well he's playing today.
He's really playing awesome tonight.
That brings the score back to 10-6. That's really the first job done for SK.
SK really needed that pistol round to stay in the game.
Let's see if it continues, and well, you would be expecting the next 2 rounds, of course, to be going to them, because Fnatic have no money to work with. And unless something goes wrong when Forest gets himself another pistol ace, then SK should bring this back to 10 rounds to 8. At the moment, working his way middle.
I think Fnatic is all on them B2 right now.
What do you think the best strategies are in this situation? Obviously, when you're on an eco against against guns.
Best, like to just be with each other. Just go like a pack and attack.
So you think it's best to just stick 5 men together and just go for it and hope that you come out on top? Well, SK at the moment have got themselves into the netted site. They're going to get a plant in here. With Fnatic a fair way away. Of course, they did exactly that and are over by that banana site, so they've got to rotate the whole way around the map. There is a Deagle there as well, so really that Deagle man might not want to push himself in there. Try and keep a hold of it. They have seen one man up the middle. They will fire a few shots off. Wally will pick off Khan. That Deagle is going maybe to safety inside here of that lower B area. 10 Paul and Zet and Wally all going to work. DSN will finally get one back for Fnatic, but they are going to be surrounded here. Zet and Allen finish things off, and that will bring the score back to 10-7 in favor of Fnatic. SK bringing it 1 closer, and again, of course, Fnatic won't have the money to buy, so it should be a similar kind of situation.
Yeah.
That is actually leading the frag in this time for SK. We kind of pulled him up in the first half and said you need to, get into things. He did in the second half of that first half, but at the moment he's 10-1, which not a bad start for him. That pistol round went well. He's done the same since. Again, SK doing what Fnatic did here when they knew that their opponents had no weapons. They continued to take it slow, not taking any chances. They know that this situation, for them to lose an eco, would just be horrible, horrible. Fnatic are stuck together. 4 of them actually in apartments. They are going to peek out. They spotted one person. Tenpol will get 2 frags there with Get Right in between onto Allen. Tenpol with his hat trick. Robin with the 4th, and Zet to finish it off. So that is the end of the ecos at the start. It brings the score back to 10-8. Now we see the real interesting round, the first gun round of this second half.
This gun run is really important for both teams, especially for SK.
They really have to win this one. Have to continue to win rounds. And take somewhat of a lead over Fnatic, I think, early on in this round to help their chances even more, because if Fnatic start to string rounds together, they'll quickly hit that 16 mark, and it could be all over for SK before they even realize it. At the moment, DSN just watching out from netted. SK slowly are moving their way up to that side. Wally will peek down towards CT Arch. No one from Fnatic actually showing themselves here so far, and that just shows they are playing a deep defense.
SK going the long hallway right now.
Here comes this SK push then. Wally comes around the side. Forest will out-aim him. DSN is there for company. And Tentpole goes down with Wally. Zet had already fell to a grenade. And that puts SK down to just 2 players, one of which is Alan. He's taken out Forest, who's been Fnatic's big hitter so far in this game. Well, Robin has taken damage. Still manages to get a frag onto DSN though. Gux is in there. He's picked off Robin. Alan was the last man. Get Right comes around. And that was the round that Fnatic wanted to pick up against SK. It brings the score to 11-8. What do SK have to do now after losing that round?
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's really hard for SK right now. And right now I don't know what they're doing. I think they SK bot.
Didn't actually see it at the start. I think they will have. Yes, they have.
They don't have enough grenades and such like that now. They just attack it with no nades at all. Middle, let's see what's happened.
This one certainly is an important round. Again, Zet will return the favour onto Gux there after he took down Wally. But if SK loses, obviously they are on an eco. And well, this one round will certainly turn into 2. The way that Fnatic have been playing so far, you can't see them slipping up in this situation. Bomb was down in middle. Robin has to go collect it. And SK find themselves in a very bad 2-on-4 situation.
And if SK lose this round, they will need an echo. Doesn't look good for SK.
Losing this plus the echo would put them up to 13 Fnatic, so only 3 away from that game against Alternate in the upper bracket. And of course, it would mean that SK actually go out of the continental finals of Europe. They still, of course, have their final spot in the global finals, which start actually later on in the week on Thursday.
Let's see what Tentpole and
Khan actually coming in behind Robin. Robin didn't even spot him in that situation, and that's never good. It was from CT Arch, in fact. And now Fnatic come around. Tentpole's picked off as well, and a scream coming out from Fnatic then. It was Forest that finished the round off 12 rounds to 8. Obviously, eco round now for SK, and things are looking more and more difficult. Actually, they've gone. Wally's bought himself an AK to complement that Deagle. Do you think that that's a wise choice? I mean, do you think it's better to full eco and then make sure you can buy properly the next round?
You know, they're down by so many, so I think this is just
taking the risk.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they're doing.
Let's see if Wally can do it then. Let's see if that risk can pay off here for SK. The rest of his team have
both.
There are two AKs in there actually. Tentpole and Wally. And the rest with Deagle. So SK throwing what money they've got into this round.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they can come out on top of it, because losing this one would mean 13-8, and then it would be a full eco. Tentpole actually backing away. They fired out the vent inside of carpeted hallways, and they look for this attack on Banana.
SK is rotating to B2. I think Karn is holding B2 for Fnatic. Karn and Get Right.
Yeah, Get Right is there. He just peeks out at the perfect time when SK had grenades in hand, and actually Robin went straight down to him. They tried to get in. Zet with a 1D onto Get Right. Karn is still at the back of that site. He's picked himself up too before being taken out by Alan. It's a 2-on-3 in favour of Fnatic. Bomb should get planted here any second by Alan, and then Fnatic will have to work their way back into the site. They've got, like I said, 3 players to do that with, one of which is DSN with 100 HP. He finds Tentpole and already taken Forest out of it. Now it all comes down to Alan at the back of this bomb site, gets the headshot to DSN, needs one more kill here. Grenade explodes to his right. He's looking for that kill, but Gux comes around, holds his nerve, the new boy in Fnatic, and put them 13-8 up. Do you think that's probably the round that kind of marks this game?
You know,
you think that maybe still more to come?
Never say never, but I think so. But
a long, difficult
SK
way
bought
back
what they can buy right now.
a mixed buy actually from SK. A couple of Galils mixed in with the AKs. Well, they really need this one now. Otherwise, they will be just 2 away from being knocked out of the European finals here of the Intel Extreme Masters. Slow push again from SK. They don't want to throw anything too hastily at Fnatic. They need to get those early picks. And really, throughout the CT defense of Fnatic, they've not really shown themselves. They've kept themselves very hidden. And do you think that's something that's really wise against a team like SK?
What do you mean?
Like they've not pushed anywhere. They've not really peaked a lot. They've just sat and waited for SK to come to them.
Because I think normally, you know, Fnatic plays as CT side. They push really much, but as SK know them really, really good, I don't think they.
Frags coming in from DSN. Forest picks up his second as well. All of a sudden, Robin finds himself as the last man. It's a hat-trick for DSN with that AWP. That brings the score to 14-8. And Fnatic now looking like they're on cruise control. Well, money is not going to be good for SK. Still, they're buying out whatever they can, includes Galils, Deagles, well, just anything that's stronger than that clock to come at Fnatic with and hopefully get some rounds back on the board. And maybe all it could take is one freak round where they kind of got a mixed buy for them to win it and get a couple of Deagle headshots on the entry to a site to actually get them back into this game.
That's what they're trying. Those two rounds we saw. They're really trying. They're buying Deagles every round. They're buying Galils. They don't have enough money. Okay. So they're really, really trying.
Yeah, they certainly are trying, buying everything they can and hoping that they can make it count in any situation that they're faced with. At the moment, they're stacked up outside of Banana. They're going to hit this site hard. First men in are 2 Deagle players. With, I'm not sure who's there for Fnatic. They can't see anyone. There is one man. It is Get Right behind the boxes. He picks off 2. He's got his 7 for 3rd as well. Khan was taken out of the back. Finally, Get Right is out of it. That will free up a couple of M4s here for SK to use on this site. But it is down to a 2 versus 3. Forest picks up Robin. That is at the back, and it is Forest that takes him down. 15-8. That is game point for Fnatic. They need just one more to knock SK out of the tournament and go through into round 1 of the upper bracket.
As a former SK player, I really hoping SK would win, but this can be really impossible for SK to win this game.
Well, they need a good 5 rounds on the board to come back into this one. Actually, they need 7 rounds if I could actually count. Wally now will move his way up middle with a Galil. They've taken 1 Fnatic member down, which is a great start here. As I said, there is a long way back into the game. Wally picks off Forest. He's got a man on balcony. Alan and Robin in quick succession get those kills, and SK surely going to take a round, add it to their tally. And well, Khan, knowing that he's 1 versus 5,
he's
going to save that weapon. Rather than go and try and 1v5 it with the bomb down.
Because SK don't get enough money. I think Fnatic should, you know, Karn is the only man left. He should try to pick out.
Yeah.
So SK don't have money to buy the next round. Or not enough money to buy AKs and such.
Karn will find Robin there. And of course, SK have picked up M4s that were dropped by the players that they killed. An AWP there as well, which was actually with DSN before he went down, was picked up, and that will go into the hands of Wally. So the score, 15 rounds to 9. SK, of course, have weapons now, and they have a hope to bring this game to overtime. A real hope now. It's 6 rounds remaining. All 6 must be picked up by SK if they want to go into that overtime situation and have a chance of going through into the next round. But you also look at it as that's 6 rounds for Fnatic to just take the 1 that they need.
Yeah.
SK, at the moment, just sitting back inside middle. There's smoke coming from the banana archway and inside middle. Temple actually going to work his way up backwards through into that middle area. He's not seen anyone. Once again, Fnatic playing quite deep on the defense. They aren't going to peek out and give themselves away. Alan flashed up inside of the carpeted hallways. And well, SK are almost at a point now where they can make the move onto this netted site. Gunfire coming from, I think, CT Archway there as the smokes and flashes are put down. SK will head off towards the right. Flashes up onto balcony. And now Tentpole will lead the charge into that bomb site. Counter flashes from Fnatic. Gux and DSN open up. Oh, this is great from Fnatic. Wally and Robert managed to reply for a while, but Gux and DSN finished it off. Perfect two-man defense there of that netted site.
Really great by Fnatic.
That is going to be 16 rounds to 9. Yeah, final score in this one, of course. And what looked like a difficult task on paper, of course, for both teams is, well, won by Fnatic. They will go into the game against alternate attacks in the upper bracket of this tournament. Of course, this is the continental finals of Europe. The winner of this tournament will take home the money. We already have the 7 teams qualified for the global finals a little bit later on during this week. But as you can see there, both of the teams shaking hands, both good friends, even though they are the biggest 2 rivals in Sweden. And well, Fnatic now, so what could be a very, very interesting clash. They will take on alternate attacks in the upper bracket round 1 of the European finals. And for me, you know, alternate attacks have been fantastic throughout this one. They've shocked many, many people and actually really did a lot of damage, and that really caused Mousesports to be knocked out of this tournament, which was the biggest shock really that we've seen through yesterday. Mousesports, of course, won't be at the global finals to defend their title from Season 2, where they were champions last year at CBIT. And actually, over on the stage, we have our good friend Stuart Tosspot Saw, along with what seems to be a very, very happy Khan.
A very, very happy Khan indeed. You've just knocked out SK. How does that make you feel?
Well, what can I say? We have a new team and managed to beat SK, our rivals, since many years back. I am exhausted from the match. It was pretty tight, and yeah, I'm happy. That's it.
Now, talk us through particular moments in that match for you. Were you ever in doubt from the word go that you could take this team? Because, in all honesty, you were up from the first round and never looked back.
Yeah, but since SK won the second gun round, we had to do double echo, and well, then you can imagine that they went through the same. And but we managed to get a game together, and we stay calm, just take our shots, and eventually we won. So,
is it extra sweet because it's SK?
Of course.
Now, talk about your new guys. They've come into this and they look like they've been with you for years almost.
Sorry?
Your new guys look like they've been in this team for years rather than weeks.
Yeah, but I think we can get a mental boost from having 2 new players. I mean, people don't expect us to win as maybe other people did before in old Fnatic, so maybe we can use that against our opponents.
Now, I believe you've got alternate next. Are you confident against that? Results like this can only make you stronger, surely.
I'm pretty frightening playing them. They have been playing extremely well here, and they are a bit like old Fnatic, based on team play, which is kind of hard for us. They're good in game leader Moon, and but I think we can do it for sure.
Well, Khan, I'm going to let you get your breath back and get back in this. Thank you very much for that. We're going to throw it over to Daniel now, who's going to wrap this up.
Ich danke dir, Stuart.